So in preparation for Ant Man and the Wasp coming out soon, I thought it would be fun for us to spotlight the main villain of the movie, and that is the villainous character, Ghost. Well, in the comics, Ghost is a mysterious male character. In the movies, Ghost is a female character known as Ava Foster, and played by actress Hannah John Kamen, who you may remember from the awesome show on Sci-Fi, Killjoys. When we first meet Ghost in the comics, Ghost claims to be a former corporate business executive who first appeared in 1987's Iron Man number 219. Yes, Ghost is actually traditionally an Iron Man villain. He believes that corporations destroyed his life and is hell-bent on destroying those corporations, committing many acts of corporate espionage as a mercenary and for free. And later on in the video, I'm going to discuss the origins of Ghost as revealed. Roxxon Oil wanted to purchase a company known as Accutech. When Accutech refused to sell, Ghost is hired by Roxxon Oil to drive Accutech into bankruptcy. Tony Stark, the head of Stark Enterprises, became interested in buying Accutech. And of course, when Ghost started creating many disturbances at the company, he came as Iron Man to investigate. He battles against Ghost, who is invisible and intangible, and can only faintly be picked up by his sensors in his Iron Man suit. Ghost is also able to walk through walls. Tony manages to chase Ghost away from Accutech for now, but is so freaked out by the encounter with Ghost that he sleeps in his armor and spends every waking moment upgrading his Iron Man armor. Ghost then turns his attention to Stark Enterprises, and he tries to sabotage a piece of technology that would ruin Tony's company. However, instead of sabotaging it, the power from the generator seemingly melts Ghost, and all that's left is bits of fabric and wire. But Ghost survived and continued his career of industrial sabotage. Over the years, he's attacked some of Justin Hammer's companies, but he was hired by Hammer, and was even hired by the Kingpin to investigate Roxxon, who were developing synthetic vibranium. Kingpin wanted the formula for himself, and he wanted their facility to be destroyed. During that storyline, he also battled Spider-Man and Black Panther along the way. Ghost also, for a long period of time, became a member of Norman Osborn's Thunderbolts, which is kind of like Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. The team consists of villains who are inmates trying to win their freedom. And interestingly, they operate from the Supermax prison, The Raft, which we have of course seen depicted in Captain America's Civil War. The team was then later led by the bulletproof Avenger Luke Cage, and also featured Juggernaut, Crossbones, Man-Thing, Moonstone, and others. In Thunderbolts number 151, the very dark and tragic origin of Ghost is finally revealed as told from Ghost himself to his fellow team member Moonstone, who used to be a psychologist. He explains his origin story. He was a very talented man in the field of information technology, working for a dynamic firm called Omnisapient, and he was working in their research and development department as he excelled in both programming and engineering. He was promoted to head up a project called Ghost Tech, where they were developing a processor that could alter its physical state, a phase shift that would allow it to store massive amounts of data. The processor would go intangible before it could overheat, and yet would still function in a so-called flux state. However, the project was not processing at the rate the owners first expected, and they put more and more pressure on the man that would later become Ghost. He got the project back on schedule, however he never went home and worked all the time. They enticed him to work harder and harder, promising him massive bonuses if the project was rolled out early. But finally he was able to roll out the project successfully, and the stock of Omnisapient soared, dominating the market overnight. He had fallen in love with a colleague, Shauna, who then mysteriously and tragically died in a gas fire. This devastated him, and he became obsessed with work. He then plugged himself into his own processors and into the network, and found that he was able to tap into video feeds and data throughout the world. Then, after many hours in the network and many hours of processing, he was able to uncover the truth about Shauna, that she never loved him and only pretended to love him as ordered by the owners of Omnisapient. They had ordered her to keep him happy, as they could see that he had fallen in love with her. Shauna was receiving money for this, but then demanded more, which led the owners plotting and ordering her murder by using the gas explosion as a cover. The diabolical owners of the company figured out that he had uncovered the truth and ordered his murder. The hitman they sent triggered a bomb inside his house. However, he had already wired himself head to toe with the Ghost Tech's flux state processors, and the heat from the hitman's explosion caused him to go intangible. Instead of killing him, the explosion made him intangible and made him Ghost. He then executed revenge on the three owners, murdering them all, killing them in the same way they had tried to kill him, and had killed Shauna, the woman they had hired to love him, who he loved. So in the movies it appears they may be following a similar storyline. It's also rumored that Ava Foster, Ghost, will be the daughter of Bill Foster, who worked with Hank Pym to develop Pym particles. Bill Foster in the comics is known as the hero Goliath, who used the Pym particles to become massive. Not quite as big as Giant Man, but massive. And I think at least we will see Goliath suit up in a flashback. And I think that similar to the comics, Ghost will get her powers from some kind of accident. But I think that accident will come when trying to harness the energy from the quantum realm. And why not check out a couple of my videos where I detail the origins of the quantum realm and the Enigma Force. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and then share it. And please subscribe to Crafty Media and enable notifications to make sure that you don't miss out on any new Marvel content. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers for now.